Yeah. And Imti, the batting,
Bowling.
sorry, bowling.
So do we have the guest from Pokiris or no?
No, we don't have guests from Prokiris. Why? At the end of this game's discussion, I'll go get Sahes Vasan
Okay.
from
Okay.
KRCC. Yeah.
Yep. Again, I was specifically asking for the guest because I wanted to talk about him. I think this was more of a bowling game, to be honest, because it was a low-scoring game. Considering the two teams that played in this game, both batting-heavy teams, and also like equally well balanced on the bowling side. To be honest, like because if you look at these two teams, Raptors and Pokeries, both the teams have so many all-rounders that like other teams rarely get to have this kind of luxury. I would say, to be honest, like because if you look at the Pokeris lineup, you at least have like 7 to 8 genuine all-rounders in there. Same thing with Raptors, you at least have like 5 to 6 genuine all-rounders in there, like who can bat and bowl and perform like in one of the departments if needed on that day. So that being said, I think in the Raptors batting, when Raptors batted, I think the crucial factor was Saran Raj spell of 4 overs, 2 wickets for 5 runs. Yeah, I always feel that Saran is kind of an he's not given due in the bowling side because he's more underrated as a bowler. I think personally think because I've played alongside him and I've seen him bowl. So, but again, like you have the when you see the Pokeris lineup, you have the luxury of some outstanding bowlers also in their lineup. So uh, Ravi has a good problem to balance the bowling, I think. But that being said, I think Saran Raj in this game, I think his performance was crucial because he picked up two crucial wickets, one of Amar, and I think the other wicket was, if I remember, Kiran. So Amar and Kiran, both these batsmen for Raptors have been the mainstays, the rock solid foundation that they have put throughout this season for Raptors, and they have given those starts, those brilliant starts that Raptors just cherished on, and they built the foundation and got those huge scores. So getting Amar and Kiran in your spell, I think that is just a cherry on the cake, topping on the cake. So uh, brilliant bowling from again he was well supported by Ravi also, but I think Saran's spell is what I think changed the game for Raptors and for Pokiris. On the other hand, when Raptors were defending the score, I think they gave a brilliant fight. To be honest, I was not expecting that the game would go so deep. It went into the 25th over, almost a penultimate ball that decided the winners of this game. And I think all the credit goes to the Raptors team for making this game such interesting game, even though it was a very low scoring thriller. So if you look at the Raptors bowling, I think Amar, who we know as the batting maestro for Raptors, he came out good with the bowling here. He bowled 5 overs, full quota of 5 overs, picked up two wickets in the process, and also just giving 9 runs. And Mohit Patel, I thought was absolutely brilliant. I was watching bits and pieces from the next ground. I think he was just like too good. He did not get any wickets, but I think his spell was amazing in this game, and I think that is the reason why this game actually went into the very last over. So Mohit and Amar for Raptors, I think, did a very good job trying to get back Raptors into the game as much as possible. But alas, I think they were like the runs were too less. And the other factor I want to mention here is like the number of extras that Raptors gave. If you take away those 14 extras, I think this would have been even a very tighter contest. And who knows, Raptors could have been on the winning side if not for those extras, to be honest. So.
Now I'll go to Abhi for batting contributions.
Yeah, the Raptors batting has been the best in the among all the or most of the teams this season, but they didn't. It's not the best of the starts they got in this game. Although they did get some quick runs at the top in the initial overs, but both their dependable batsmen Hemant and Amar, two of their reliable batsmen were sent back a bit too soon. Amar scoring a quick 15 at the top. Now, any batsman scoring 15 in the league would have thought, he played pretty well in DCL, pretty well in this format of the game in DCL. But for a stager like Amar, this is just an ordinary score for him. Such was his form this season. Who had an amazing season with his batting in all the tournaments that he played. Well played, Amar. But with Amar and Hemant gone, it was up to Kiran to stay and stabilize things for Raptors. And he did well to take the team to a decent position before getting out in the 13th over. Now, I really don't know what went wrong from here on for Raptors. They were probably around 58 or 60 for 4 in 16th or 17th over, and they get all out for 74 in a playoff game. And they just managed to play only 23 overs. Now, that was a complete collapse by the middle and the lower middle order from Raptors. Now, why would this happen? It's pretty difficult to explain. Could this be because of Raptors top order playing so well and taking the majority of their batting throughout the season, and their middle and lower order were not didn't get much chances? But that could be the excuse. But again, I don't think Pradeep Botta or Kiran or anyone from their team would agree to this fact. But it's sad to see Raptors bundle down after playing so well in their whole season, throughout the season, with their batting. Akhilesh in the bottom was only other batsman who played well at this point, scoring 14 of 33, while, like I said, every other batsman who just came in and just going back. Now, Pokiris batting 70s are always a tricky score in a playoff game, and Pokiris, we've seen that in the pre-quarters and the quarters as well. They've played cautiously, but they've taken the game deep. But they similarly, they played cautiously to keep getting 3 runs per over until 15th, 16th over. Although they kept losing wickets, Sharan played a cautious and a stable innings at the top. 26 of 55, a bit slow innings, but I'm sure there was a reason why he played like that, because the wickets were falling there from the other end, and as in he did not get much support from anyone else after Vicky was dismissed. The middle order of Pokiris, collapsed a bit, is what I think. And this could definitely be because the run rate at which they were scoring, the required rate, was actually climbing up. The run rate of there actually dipped below 3 after Saran left probably in 15th or 16th over. Now, Prasanna, who's played a lot of cricket and who's played a lot of games for Pokiris, was at one end, and with him was the left-hander Raghu, who stabilized things for Pokiris. Their 25-run plus partnership was what Pokiris was looking for. And although the runs weren't coming that easy for them, but what matters is they didn't give out that wicket. And Raghu was using that diamond ground to his best of his advantage, being a lefty, scoring those crucial two runs out of the park. The partnership was broken in the 25th over, but it was too late for Raptors to build from here. 9 for Prasanna and 11 for Raghu. Although it feels like they haven't scored much, but those were crucial runs that came in at the right time for Pokiris to see things through. So all in all, an excellent game of cricket. Raptors, like Imti mentioned, that crucial point for giving away 14 extras was a bit too much for them all in a game where they just scored 75 runs. A very entertaining game to watch from outside. Like I said, Raptors didn't have enough runs to defend, but Pokiris took their time to score these runs and eventually, saw the game through.
Okay, now I'll go to X Factors to KK. And while KK is talking about that one, I'll go get Sahesh Vasan from KRCC.
Sure, Steven. So coming to this game, I think the game momentum shifted when Ravi Narla picked up those 2 wickets in the 22nd over of Raptors innings, because Pradeep and Harsha Yeluri were his scalps in that over. And Harsha, we know that earlier in the season he's not a 50, and him playing at number 9, and Pradeep also a handy player for Raptors, scoring those 10, 15 runs for them. He as well dismissed early on the second ball, right? So Pradeep and Harsha falling apart in that 22nd over, and Raptors eventually bundling out in the 23rd over. They did not play their entire quota. You see that they left out 14 balls unused. So I think that is where the game shifted the momentum. But however, for this particular season, Amar and Kiran have been phenomenal for Raptors. And today, even though they made a few runs, I think it was not much in the context of the game. But however, we have to congratulate Pokiris for their good bowling performance. 7 bowlers were used, and 5 of them picked up wickets, and none of the bowlers gave away too many runs. I think that is one thing I would say. The Pokiris bowling was the X factor in this game, and especially the 22nd over from the skipper of Pokiris. However, there is one other player we need to put the spotlight on. That is Saran Raj. be it the bowling department or the batting, he was phenomenal on this particular day. So bowling 4 overs, not conceding an extra and giving away 5 runs and picking two crucial wickets, and then coming to batting and not giving that initial opening to the opposition. Right? He played 55 balls, more than anyone who played this game. He scored 26 runs, just what the doctor ordered. He was there. He was making sure the team gets those 2 or 3 runs an over, and also well helped by the extras. Right? 14 extras from the Raptors bowling unit helped them. I would say Surrendraj and then Ravi Narla were the extras. That's for pokiris